Legal Lis, of course, Lis Wheel is from Fox News, and Lis jumps over the legal topics, and she jumps right into them, and she's brilliant at it. And we have her on the line right now. Lis Wheel, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing fabulous.
All right, listen, I am in Florida right now. We're doing our spring break week here from Orlando. Topic number one, Florida cops caught on video standing by as three girls drowned. What happened in this terrible story?
Oh, my
It's being
goodness.
talked about down
okay,
here.
this is a really horrible story, and it took me some time to kind of get my head around it. Three girls, two age 15, one age 16. They stole a car, a Honda. They were driving very early in the morning, and they were driving. We don't know exactly their speed. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. What we were told by the sheriff's office is that the sheriffs were following them at a rate of about 35 miles into a cemetery, right? They were tracking them. They could tell that the car was stolen. They'd run the plates. And they were told, after the girls were found dead in the pond in the cemetery, that the sheriff's deputies were tracking them about 35, right? Okay.
Yeah.
What we later found on the dash cam of the sheriff's deputies, the dash cam video that we have, they were tracking them, the deputies, at a rate of 93 miles an hour. 93. Wow. So what I would surmise, if I were prosecuting them, and there's an investigation going on right now, is that, and this is, I'm surmising this, I'm not, you got to look at this, is that they may have been, the officers, tracking those girls at a rate of 93 miles an hour into that cemetery, tracking them in that rate of 93 miles an hour, tracking those girls so that the girls ran that Honda into that pond to their death. Then there is a space of 31 minutes where we don't know what happened.
And how fast were they going, Lis?
Well, the girls,
93.
the sheriff reported to reporters that the officers were going 30 to 35 miles an hour. So then we would say, well, the girls must have been going 30 to 35. But the dash cam shows the officers going 93 miles an hour. So how fast were the girls going? Well, 92 miles an hour. We don't know. But what happens is the girls end up in the drink, dead. And then we have a space of 31 minutes. And then the officers, and the girls are dead, and the officers don't, get the girls out. Look, you don't have much time to get people out of when they're in the water and the car is turned over. Yeah, at that point, I get it. You don't have much time to get them. But why did they end up in the pond to begin with? Yeah. And now getting back to Legal Lis, there's a 1985 ruling from the Supreme Court. This sounds very dry after what I just said, that says you do not pursue cars. There's no legal reason to pursue a car. In other words, stealing a car is not a warrant for your death. It's wrong to steal a car. I get it. Yeah, they have convictions on their sheet. They're bad girls at 15 and 16, but that doesn't mean you have a warrant to kill them.
At what point the question would be, at what point is there a point of no return in terms of you got to weigh the pros and the cons? Catching these three girls on a stolen car
in a cemetery at 3 o'clock at night? Okay, they're bad girls. They stole the Honda. They're bad girls. Yeah, bad. Put them in jail because they stole the Honda. I get it. Chase them at 93 miles an hour in a cemetery. They're not on a highway, for goodness sakes. Yeah. They're not hurting anybody else.
We had a stolen car here and Utica, and police did not pursue, and the person whose car was stolen was upset about it, and they're saying, and what the police officer told us, and I agree with this, he said, based on what this was, it'll turn up eventually, we believe, but to put our officers in danger, to run down into an alley to try to chase these people, it wasn't worth it. There was too much at risk.
It's the law. Yeah. You are not supposed to do it. Plus, look, it could have been a bad guy with a gun who could have turned around and shot the officers. Yep. Look, put arrested at the scene. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, we're not talking about a high-speed chase down a highway where you could be endangering other people, by the way. We're talking the girls ran into a cemetery. Last I looked, the people in the cemetery ain't going nowhere, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna kill anybody.
No,
All right,
you're not going to kill
topic two.
anybody. 3 girls end up dead because they drove into a pond at a cemetery. I can barely get through this. I'm sorry.
I know.
And then, the
tough.
sheriff says, "Oh, they were going 35 miles an hour. Let us see. Let us look at the dash cam on your deputies' cars. They tracked them going at 93 miles an hour. Guys, can you imagine this? 93 miles an hour in a cemetery at 3 o'clock in the morning? Again, who are you going to hurt?
Sounds like there's some cover-up going on here.
Look, I'm just a bumpkin Fox News analyst. I don't know, but you tell me.
Yeah, not good.
You tell me.
Topic two. Appeals court rules that Tom Brady must serve his Deflategate suspension. And I yesterday said it's all about the law. And in terms of what I mean by that is, you signed at the dotted line.
Yep.
There's contract law. The contract states, according to this appellate court, hey, NFL is in the right. What do you think?
That's right. Well, they said that. And look, here's what really did Brady in. He had that cell phone, right? He knew they were coming for him with a cell phone. It's kind of discovery, like, meaning you got to turn that over. I think what did him in is he got rid of that darn cell phone. If he had just turned it over like the rest of us would and said, okay, whatever it is, maybe I'm having an affair and my wife's going to hear about it, that'd be really bad. But it had nothing to do with his, Deflategate. Whatever, or maybe it's something innocuous as he didn't pick up the dry cleaning one day. Whatever.
Yeah.
If he had just turned it over, I think it could have definitely gone the other way. But to see that he got rid of that cell phone, you can just take the worst interpretation out of it. And I think the 3 judges of the panel said, what was he doing there?
Yeah. As a Bills fan, I feel so bad for him.
I know,
topic
but you
number
got to
3.
take your fanship out of it.
I know. All right, I know this says a lot about me, but I have to get to topic 3. Judge rules no anonymity for plaintiffs seeking to sue Ashley Madison. What are your thoughts?
It does. Why must you get to topic 3?
Oh, well, we didn't get there, did we? Damn it all. She took so long on that first case. It was a terrible case, Andrew. Yeah. It's awful.
93 miles an hour.
Going on that, I'm like, we're never going to get to that Ashley Madison story that I want to get to.
No, I know.
So here it is. A federal judge has ruled that plaintiffs suing Ashley Madison on online dating service, of course, over a computer hacking attack that stole and revealed the personal data of millions of users will have to be publicly identified to proceed with their case. 42 plaintiffs are seeking to represent a class of the website's users sought to pursue litigation anonymously. Ashley Madison markets itself to people seeking to have affairs outside of their marriages or relationships. The plaintiffs state that Avid Dating Life Incorporated, which owns and operated the website, failed to protect their personal and financial information. And I'm not going to ask anybody but Christine right now because I know what you're going to say. Christine, should these guys be upset that their names are going to have to be out there if they're going to sue?
Absolutely not. They should be. Really? That was a rhetorical
getting
question.
What they deserve, right?
Wait a minute.
If you can't do the time, then don't do the crime.
I don't understand, Bill, why you say why these guys are upset. Like it doesn't take 2 to tango?
Right.
It takes 2, Bill.
Well, they all.
That's
all
a very
of them.
good point.
All of them.
Jeff, that is a very good point.
It is.
But you realize that when women think of cheating scumbags, somehow they never think of the woman. It's always the terrible guy.
If the guy's alone, it's not
deed.
cheating. So I got news for you.
That's a very good point. All right, got a break. Hold on tight. We're live spring break week, 8:29 from Orlando. Before we leave, we're going to give you a chance to win our free money question of the day, and we're going to give you a chance at winning our Comets tickets for tomorrow night's game.